So everyone gets an email thank you letter, or everyone gets.
You have to have different kinds of communications, especially the more donors you have. But I figured if you got 2,000 individual donors, which is, a beginning kind of thing, and you take 5 days a week, that's about 8 people. And there's lots of things you can do, even just leave a voicemail message. Thank you. We got this. If you want, call me or send me an email, however you want them to do that. And um, it's things can be much quicker than you think they are, and yet they feel the impact of having heard from you. And no, I think in the letters, how you write them, you don't tell how great you are and all the things you're doing. When you've got a donor, it's thank you for enabling us to serve our community, that we're all part of the same team kind of thing. And I was mentoring a fundraiser a couple years ago now, I think, and she showed me the letter that she was sending out direct mail, and we changed the beginning of it so that the donor, when you pick it up, if you look at it, it feels like the letter is to you, and they're talking to you, and they recognize and you feel seen. She said her response rate went up higher that year because she felt that, because it was more human. So I think yes, it matters how, and I think you break it out and look at that list and assess. I think somebody who's been giving for 10 years doesn't need as much time, but you want to know what they want to know, so you can give that to them. And then call me, let me know, send me an email, I'll get back to you, so that you have that kind of relationship with people. And I think when the year ends and you've got all the donors, I call them current donors from 2024, you want 90% to renew the next year. And that's how you build what your capacity is and what your, and because this is a business too, in terms of a structure. And then you talk with them. You first of all, you update them on what was done, what was be able to accomplish, because how many donors there were and something about that. And then follow it up with something where and you say to them, invite them. Will you want to continue your commitment to this mission? What would you need to know in order to make that decision? And then is last year, I noticed you gave in May. Would you like us to approach you in May this year? So you develop that kind of interaction, which is human, that you would have with anybody else, and it takes a while, believe me, it takes a while. And I've been working a lot of years trying to get where I am in terms of talking with you today. And so very few people are beginning to but um, do what I'm saying. But and so I'm looking for people that want to have a fundraising program and want to keep their fundraisers and want to keep their donors, and I want that. I'm only going to coach. I can't run their organization for them and
Right.
help them with, as and I have the mission centered giving. It's a system, which is what I'm finding out anyway. There's no such thing as this annual system where you renew 90% of your current donors. It isn't even a goal. It isn't even,
No.
people don't care about it because they
No,
want
it's that
that new
churn is
donor.